friends! In this video, Mike and I go to St. John's in Newfoundland, Canada. There's so many beautiful things that we got to experience while we were here, and we're just so excited to finally get to share that with you all. Yeah, I was nervous because this was my first ever experience flying. I have never been on a plane in all of my 30 years. Well, technically at this time, I was still 29. But because Mike and I have a huge plan in the future at this point to go to Thailand, a future video coming soon for that, we decided that the best thing to do is probably get me on a plane first and experience what it's like to fly before sticking my butt in a plane for like 30 hours of traveling. So we spontaneously decided, let's go out east. I've never explored Canada as much as I'd love to, and I've always wanted to go out east, so here we are. I realized that my motion sickness wasn't my friend during this, so this was a little rough for me, but I endured it because I really wanted to go east. I want to explore, I want to travel. So yeah, that's what I did. I managed to get through there. I'll give you some tips and tricks on what I did to manage it because there were some other things that we had to do that was, yeah, pretty rough for me. But see those bands on my wrist there? They're called C-bands. They work for some, not for others, but for me, I find that they help a ton.
Wow!
Why'd you do that? Newfoundland is just absolutely stunning. We still can't get over just how much we fell in love with this area of Canada. I can't wait to experience more of Canada because if this already took my breath away, I can't imagine what the rest of Canada has to offer. But we wanted to go somewhere that it was the most easterly point in Canada, not just to make it, somewhere in Canada. Let's make it a big bang while we're here.
Just taking in the scenery.
Yeah, absolutely. Just, like I said, big bang. So not only did we want to get me the experience of flying, we decided to make this more than just like, oh, let's just go out east. It was also for my 30th birthday, so even though it's a bit spontaneous, there was some reason behind it besides, give me the experience. Well, there was obvious reason and celebration. We stayed at this beautiful hotel. I may have heard it, may have not. It's the Sheraton Hotel. It's pretty well known, so I'd hope most of you have heard of it. But either way, this hotel did not disappoint our expectations. The hot tub was where we were at a lot of our time. The pool was lovely. They also had a sauna, but our biggest complaint about that was they were separate. It's fine to have like an all-female and all-male sauna, but they were in the washrooms, which a lot of people were not a fan of. There were other people staying that were complaining about it and being like, well, I want my wife to be in the sauna with me, and well, I want my friend to be in the sauna with me, but we gotta go in separate saunas, so that was a bit weird. Other than that, and one more thing which we will touch on later in the video, it was an absolutely delightful stay. Another thing we loved about where our hotel was it was in a great location. Right across from the Sheraton was Bannerman Brewing Co. This place was a great way to start our trip because we discovered Newfoundlanders really know how to make a good beer. They know how to make a great beer and a great cider. We had the best beer we've ever had in our lives while in St. John's. Mike got the Scenic Route, which is a fruited sour, and I got the Bruised Ego, which is a double IPA. And these beverages right here and being in this brewing company and experiencing other types of beers and ciders while we were here in St. John's definitely kickstarted our appreciation for brew companies, wineries, and distilleries. Because experiencing a beer that didn't taste just like plain old beer really opened our eyes to all the delicious possibilities.
I taste the blueberry.
I like the thickness of mine.
Yeah, I don't taste much mint. Definitely taste blueberry.
I definitely taste the raspberries. I like the thickness of it, so when it said a jammy, like bold fruitness, I agree with that. Another thing to note is that this brewing company also has an entire food menu. It's a little pricey, but it does look very appealing and something we would love to try next time we come back here because we are 100% coming back here. Like, we literally came back again this same day, just later on, because we couldn't stop thinking about how good that was, so we needed to try something else. Mike got Undertow, which is in collaboration with Iceberg Quest, which we will be touching on later on in the video. But anyways, Undertow is a pale ale, and I got Beachcomber, which is another IPA. If we lived closer here, we would be at this location trying everything that they had to offer because there are so many delicious options that if you're ever in St. John's and you're around here, stop in, you won't be disappointed. This place is a 5 out of 5. The atmosphere, the employees, everything, it's just delightful.
Beer!
There's a couple heritage shops around St. John's, but I recommend stopping in if you're wanting a little souvenir. Because my little thing I like to do when traveling now is get a keychain. And I found a really great one here.
Spontaneous tattoos? Well?
Mike and I went for a hunt for the Duke of Duckworth because his parents would not stop talking about it because it's quite a famous little spot. We did pass it a couple times because it's kind of a little hole in the wall since it's down this little alley. It's a nice hot spot. It was honestly very packed when we walked in here. And it's on the smaller side, so the tables are quite close to each other, but it's a fun vibe. I really liked it. They make it really feel like a nice, authentic Irish pub. But with all this beer to choose from, we went here specifically to try Iceberg. Iceberg beer is brewed by Quiddy Vitty Brewery. It's a lager that's brewed with 20,000-year-old iceberg water and harvested straight from the shore of Newfoundland.
Maybe that's not a good shot. That's not a good shot.
Well, it wasn't. He's gotten better at that. Anyways, as cool as the concept of this beer is, we found it a little underwhelming compared to all the other beers that we tried on this trip. It kind of just tasted like a regular lager beer, and it was kind of on the lighter tasting side as well. It was still very enjoyable though. It was refreshing, yeah. It was nice with our meal. What wasn't underwhelming was our meal. We got fish and chips, and we got our chips Newfoundland styled, which we couldn't recommend doing more. They were so delicious. It's pretty much stuffing styled French fries. They have breadcrumbs, Parmesan cheese, and spices with gravy. The staff here are so incredibly friendly. They take the time to talk to you and get to know where you're from, and they give their recommendations on where to go and what to try and how to really experience Newfoundland as a Newfoundlander. So we had to listen to their advice and get the Newfoundland fries. They were so good. Like, we still talk about these fries to this day. And that gravy is vegetarian friendly, and we poured it over our fries like that because that's exactly how they recommended us trying it. Take their advice. Do as the Newfoundlanders do. And the fish was so fresh. Absolutely delicious. We rate this place a 4 out of 5.
her birthday.
Out of breath now. It's my birthday tomorrow. Oh, sorry. Out of breath. I realized that I thought it was a good idea to go out east for my 30th, which just rushed my 20s away by an hour and a half. Isn't that right, Mike?
Premature! That's normally my job.
So stupid. But not really, because I'm having a great time. Oh, so pretty. And apparently haunted. Are we vloggers now? What the hell is this?
We're gonna have to figure out
I think we should get a bottle of Poobigone because I think we need that after the poop you just had today.
I think you're exaggerating.
I don't think I am.
I think you're exaggerating.
Honestly, if I could, I would get all of that, but it'd be a waste of money and I'd have to throw it out, so.
You're being dramatic. It didn't smell that bad.
Am I? St. John's, in case you didn't know, is very, very hilly. So with all this walking on the first day, we were completely pooped. So we wanted to go relax in that hot tub, in that pool, and just kind of float our day away because that was a lot of walking after a flight. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh yeah.
We were not expecting it that much exercise in, but this whole trip was filled with exercise. After a nice, relaxing chill in the hot tub, we wanted to do nothing more but go to sleep. But we had a rude surprise coming back to our room. But they did accommodate us very well. I'm 30 today. Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Our new view. That's okay, we're not really here for the hotel views, we're really here just to explore St. John's. Today, Mike and I are heading to a boat tour to go whale watching, but we wanted to stop somewhere quick first for breakfast, so we stopped at Rocket Bakery. The bakery is a cute little spot, and they looked like they had a lot of lovely options to choose from. Mike got something simple. We found it a bit odd that the bagel came not made and was a little tough to chew through, but that was still fine. I thought I was getting something simple too, since they did say their breakfast sandwich was an easy thing to modify and make vegetarian. But as I went to go take a bite, I stopped because I realized that they put bacon on my sandwich. Sometimes I'm not too fussy in these situations and I'll just take the bacon right off, but the cheese was melted directly to the bacon and we were in a bit of a rush, so we asked for just a slice of cheese to accommodate the issue and get on our way, but they kept insisting on making another one and we said no, that's fine, we're really in a hurry, the cheese will do just fine, but they really kept insisting. This ended up making us wait way longer than we had time to spare, and the boat tour was leaving very, very soon. Like after another 15 minutes passed, we had no replacement of a sandwich and we really had to leave. The manager kind of kept watching us the whole time too, which made the experience quickly go from charming to pretty annoying. That's why our rating wasn't high. We are willing to give another try to this place when we come back since it has really good reviews. That was just our experience. We were really happy we made that decision to leave since we just made it in time for our boat tour, which was thankfully down the street and around the corner. With all that rushing though, I realized I forgot my seat bands while about to set sea. What a fun surprise that was for me. I did pretty good though. I actually only felt a little seasick on our way back from the tour. I think I was just in pure awe of the whole experience to realize I was rocking and rolling all through those waves. Even though we went to St. John's in June, those winds are no joke.
No joke.
No joke. It's freaking freezing out there, so dress appropriately. Even though our captain is in shorts, he's from here. He gets it. He's acclimatized. He was also an absolute delight. When we got off the boat, he realized I had a birthday pin and was like, "Why didn't you tell me? Oh, I would have made the entire ship sing to you." And I'm like, "That's okay. You just made my birthday special either way." Because we got to see whales. And whales are not as common to see this early into June. Whale spotting is way more common to see in like July, August time. They're popping during that time. Follow Iceberg Quest on Instagram because we saw so many videos of guests seeing humpback whales super close to their boats in July. So hopefully next time we come back here, we'll go more middle of summer and see some more whales. Iceberg Quest also gave us a lot of history facts and brought us to some absolutely stunning spots. We got to see puffins flying around, and we even spotted a couple bald eagles. Now you can enjoy all of us getting absolutely giddy spotting some minke whales, because we spotted not one, but two. You'll even see our captain get really excited about it. Right about here, I'm going to look back at Mike and say something like, I told you, because our captain just said, look for the birds, because that's where you're going to spot the whales, and that's where they were.
I told us so.
I told us so.
I f***ing told us so.
And that right there is the most easterly point of all of North America, Cape Spear, which we do actually end up traveling over to in a few more days. We'll get into that in another video. We got so incredibly lucky while we were here in St. John's. It went from being kind of overcast to absolutely stunning and so sunny that I actually got sunburnt on my nose. And here's where I started to feel a little seasick, but I was okay. Mike even kind of felt it a bit too. We loved that this boat tour provided so much knowledge about the history of St. John's. You learn so much while you're on this trip, not just about whales, but you learn about how St. John's came to be. Like all of those jelly bean houses, there's a history behind it and it's just beautiful. Iceberg Quest was fabulous, and when we come back to St. John's, we're gonna easily take this tour again. They were the highlight of this trip. 5 out of 5. That's a no-brainer. That's it for part 1 of our adventure here in St. John's, Newfoundland. There's so much more to explore, so stay tuned for more, or we'll dive into even more incredible sights, delicious food, beer, and unforgettable experiences.